My judgment was too clouded. See you at the top, cause the bottom is too crowded.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, I forgot, Joe. It's your show. Take it away.
What's going on, everybody? Joe BNCO here. Want to have the Destroyers Smoke, and the P.U.W.F is here live. And we are here to talk about wrestling with Mr. Invisible Man, Alex Coquito. To my right. And below, D-Walk. Say what's up, guys.
What's happening?
Hello.
Sadly, my partner is not here. Hopefully he will be back soon. Kane, love you, brother.
Enjoy your sabbatical.
So, guys, we're here to talk about wrestling. We're here to talk about the week of wrestling, and there's been a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to start. I think we're going to start with little NXT.
Mm-hmm. Well, little
D-Walk?
NXT. Little NXT, you know, let's say it was like middle NXT this week. It was pretty good. I mean, the first match I thought it should have been like the main event or before the main event. It was Oliver Dragunov against Wesley for the number one contender for the NXT title. That match is crazy. You had a record versus a high flyer. Wesley always impressed me the more and more I see him wrestle. He's going head on with Dragunov. Crazy match, good match. I mean, like by far, hands down, one of the best matches I've seen in Wesley. But Dragunov pulled it off for the win.
Yeah,
and then, like I said, I had to get that match at least a good 4-ish. It was a hard-hitting, high-flying match.
Okay. I respect. You know what? I'll give Dragunov that because Dragunov doesn't really do like in the history of Dragunov, he doesn't really do a lot of 3 or 2-star matches. He goes 100%, 1,000% of the time. So I'm happy that even for a casual viewer like me of NXT, he got a 4. So
yeah,
good for you. 45.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna agree. I think that Dragunov was Dragunov kind of reminds me of a mixture of Gunther and Daniel Bryan, but like a smaller Gunther, but like Daniel Bryan in a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree.
I would put him more of like a hungrier Chad Gable. More hungrier Chad Gable with a little bit of Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan. Just a little bit of the psycho part of Bryan. not the rest of it. We all know why.
I give him a little William Regal too. Just a little.
Okay. All right, yeah. William Regal. Wait, what type of William Regal? Early Regal, I'm kissing Vince McMahon's ass, or Regal?
The Savage Regal. When Regal was a Savage.
Early Regal.
WCW Regal.
Yeah. We have to put him by phases, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Kiss ass, early NXT.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Or the man's man.
Or the man's man. True.
To me, that match should have been last or before the last match. That shouldn't have been first.
There was a reason why it wasn't the last match, and we'll talk about that shortly, but there's a reason why that wasn't the last match.
Yeah. We all know why.
But let's talk about what happened after the match. Wesley threw away everything in his locker, packed his bags, and left.
Okay.
And said that he's leaving. Now, is he going to the main roster, or is he taking a hiatus for a little while and coming back? Are they rebuilding the character? Are they changing the character? What are they doing with him? Yeah.
Is that the little kid that lost the belt to Dominic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, hey, goodbye. That's my opinion.
And so, have anybody heard from Nash Carter? Is he wrestling? I know he wrestled for Impact, but have you been wrestling lately with?
Yeah, he was just. Matter of fact, I'm watching Impact as we speak. He was just on here. I think
I'm really he get a second chance back at
I believe
NXT with
he's.
Wesley.
I'm gonna have to double check this, but I believe
Yeah,
he's one half of the Rascals.
Oh, really? Hey, the Rascals are
I
like three
believe.
people.
I
1/3, yeah.
believe.
yeah.
I think he's part of that group.
I'm really hoping that go and be the Rascals with Wesley again. I'm hoping.
Well, okay, now question for both you guys, since you guys are NXT aficionados. And before I continue, shout out to the lost member of the P.U.W.F, Hot Mook Summer, coming soon. Now, would you think the Rascals would work in WWE in the main roster? Joe?
Yes, in a way. They kind of give me a little bit of a DX vibe,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
where they're kind of degenerates and they kind of just do their
Yeah.
own thing and they do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it could work, but they would have to step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, because D-Walk, your thoughts?
I agree. Well, to me, Wesley, he's stepping up every time he wrestles. The way he wrestles Dragunov, that was good. That was pretty good. Like that was impressed me. And I just want to see here the Rascals if they could step up just as much as Wesley.
I get that.
Okay, Wesley, let's talk about Wesley for a second. I feel like they're doing this to possibly have him do a heel turn. I feel like it's time for him to revolutionize and change his gimmick. His in-ring performance is good, but I just feel like his microphone work needs help.
Okay, I guess. I mean, I just know him because he lost to Dominic. I mean, that's sad because again, a casual viewer like me knows who El Hijo de Vikingo is, knows who Speedball Mike Bailey is, but when I hear Wesley, I just But again, D-Walk, move on. I want to get to that main event. That's gonna make me rant.
And then the second, the second, it wasn't no match, but you had Baron Corbin doing a promo about what happened to Van Wagner.
Yeah.
You had Corbin say, "Oh, I liked how you did it and everything." So that was when Braun Breaker got in the ring and they had a conversation. Braun Breaker said pretty much, "I don't give a fuck what you say." They got to a tussle, a tussle, and now they having a match.
Okay. Well,
and I don't want to see that match.
I was about to say that right now. I don't want to see that match. Braun Breaker needs to go back to the gym, the factory, the cave, whatever you call it. Get better, more talking. Sorry, my vernacular.
No,
better
Goldberg
talking.
2. Right now they got him like Goldberg 2.0.
Yeah, no, dude. Sorry, Joe. Your thoughts?
I feel Braun Breaker needs to be on the main roster. I feel like he's more than ready for the main roster. Come on, he's just like his uncle.
Yeah.
He's just like his uncle.
Okay.
I mean, and he wrestles very well. I mean, I don't see where the problem is.
The thing is, if he wrestles like his uncle, you don't want him to think like his uncle. Because his uncle was, again, we'll get to the segment that became famous a long time ago that happened on Wednesday, Joe. You know what the one I'm talking about the math. But what bothers me is that Braun Breaker has somewhat of the personality of the uncle.
Yeah.
But the uncle burnt himself out way too quick. And we know this. We don't want Braun Breaker to burn himself out way too quick in terms of vocabulary and performance. Get better. All I'm saying is just get better. He's not a good talker. He's not. His uncle was a good talker, but that's the kind of talkers that you only meet once a year on a Saturday night at a bar. Like, if you're not there, you're not going to get the experience of what he's talking about. That's just me, but that's my opinion.
I want him to wrestle like his dad and look like his uncle.
Thank you. And his dad is not a good talker by no means whatsoever. Like he was put up with Chucky, and that did well. That Chucky was kind of crazy, but still, the point is, whatever. Joe,
I just feel like the segment. I like the segment. I felt like it was. I feel like they're using it to push one of them. I don't think it's going to be Braun Breaker though.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a feeling they're going to use this segment to push Baron Corbin, and Von Wagner's going to get involved, and they're going to have a Von Wagner Braun match, and then they're going to use Braun to push Von Wagner. I feel like they're using Braun Breaker to push other talent.
Okay. I guess that's fine, but all right, continue on, D-Walk. I'm like,
Next match we have Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey and Damian Kemp versus Josh Briggs, Brooks Jensen, and Miles Bourne. I didn't really pay attention to this match. This match was like slow. I didn't too much care about this match. I mean, the match it started off like slow to me. I mean, it just didn't pick up to me. Like, they need to like have these wrestlers wrestle more so we can know who they actually are instead of us going to the background, us going on YouTube and looking up who is they, how they wrestle. We need to know about watching TV every week.
That's right.
I agree. Especially since one of them is William Regal's son, so he needs to be showcased a little more.
Yes.
Dempsey, he needs to be showcased.
Yeah, he do. I mean, and William Regal was a good wrestler. I bet you can still get out here and out wrestle some of these new kids.
And isn't Butch coming back to NXT?
Butch is back on NXT for some reason.
All right, now, hold the fuck up. Why is the Bruiserweight coming back to NXT? What are
they letting anybody cross over now?
Why?
Here's what they're Alex. Here's what they're trying to do. This is why all these talents are coming back down to NXT is because Endeavor wants to elevate NXT to a main roster status. They want NXT to be elevated to the ranks of a Raw and a SmackDown. So they're trying to bring main roster talent down to NXT to elevate the brand to build up viewership.
Okay, I get that. Now, go on. I have a counterpoint. Go on, D-Walk.
I mean, but like the way they doing it is just like ass backwards. It's so fast. I mean, you letting everybody jump on the show. I mean, what about the talent that should be on the show that's not able to get on the show? Just the fact about it because you got people coming from Raw to NXT or SmackDown to NXT. I mean, like it's too much. Like let people be on their own shows like they were supposed to be doing in the draft.
Yeah, we ranted too much on the damn small, but I want to say this real quick. Let's go to the wheel of time in 2013 when they bring WWE people in like Titus and against Sami Zayn. That sort of worked out, but didn't. Let's go back in time to 2018 when they did that when there was Keith Lee and Adam Cole. Sort of worked out, didn't. Now history repeats itself, and why the fuck are you doing the same history over and over again? And kind of shitting on the Bruiserweight's legacy in NXT. Because he's not even coming back as a Bruiserweight. He's coming back as Butch. That got me mad. Like, I remember Tyler Bate versus fucking the Bruiserweight. Many a matches in NXT and NXT UK. And now we have to call him fucking Butch?
They got to bring him back as P.U.W.F. They got to. They got to bring back as P.U.W.F. If not, it won't be right.
I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. What they're going to do is they're going to save that for when he does a heel turn. He's going to turn on the Brawling Brutes, and they're going to turn him back to Pete Dunne when he does.
He needs to. Tyler Bate looks like a little skinny Jesus. So him and Bate need to come back. Right, he does too. He's like little skinny, like all tatted up Jesus. I'm like, all right, dude, you need to go back to Bate. Like, I mean, you need to go back to Pete Dunne because there is no Joker without Batman, and there is no Bate without Dunne.
No, it ain't. It's not.
That's not working. It's not working. He just took some shrooms and went on a journey. All I know is something happened to him. Something happened to him, bro.
I still don't understand why they got the Brawling Brutes as a tag team and they're not even wrestling.
I don't know.
They're not even in tag team contendership.
I don't know. Janet, D-Wall, please go to the main events. Please get to there.
Yeah, let's go to the main event.
All right. Result is Kim Gulak and Dempsey won over Briggs, Jensen, Bourne, pin by pinfall. All right. We can skip the Dana Brooke match. We can skip the Tyler Bate and Axiom match.
Yeah, I saw clips. It was a good match. It was, like again, Tyler Bate, he's going through the motions. He misses his Batman. Honestly.
Axiom was good. Axiom and Tyler Bate had a really good match.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But again, you see one Tyler Bate match, you see them all. Yeah. So when I watched that side, I'm like, oh, Axiom's pretty good because he's something new. But Tyler Bate's like he's doing the same thing over and over again. I'm like, all right, dude, that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, we can skip the Creed brothers versus Malik Blade and Ender is enough. Creed brothers end up winning that.
That's all numbers to me. What you're saying right now, man. Keep going. Oh, I know.
Nathan Frazier, Shiratara.
Did you see the segment with Schism?
Yeah. Testing the roots on the tree.
Yes. It was a pretty cool little. It was a pretty cool little thing that they were doing.
Yeah. I saw the segment. They need to go back to 2013 graphics. I mean, not graphics, 2013, 2014 segments. You know why Bray Wyatt got so over? When he just sat in a fucking chair with a light.
Yes.
And just
Bray Wyatt is so over.
That's it.
Or was in the Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Firefly. But again, we're talking about NXT budget. We're not talking about, Raw budget where you can have like a good setup and everything else. Even with the Firefly Funhouse, that was money. That was money well invested in props and everything else and camera. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, what's that guy? Fandango.
Eric Rowan.
They all got over by just doing simple talking and just segments in the back. Start doing that shit.
Braun Strowman had the hardest, the one of the best debuts to me. And he beat the shit out of Roman Reigns that night.
Best segments, I'll top that one. Best segment in NXT was Aleister Black coming inside from the garage all the way to the entrance, trying to find Johnny Gargano, beating the shit out of that was a good fucking segment. Also, another addendum and happy reminder: Asuka versus Nikki Cross, last standing match. That was a good fucking segment that led up. And guess what? Asuka didn't even talk that much. She didn't talk English. You know what Triple H did? She put him in a beach chair and just like, ha ha ha. I'm Asuka. Yes. I'm like, that's all you have to fucking do. That's all you have to fucking do. But I digress. Continue.
Okay, main event. We have Miami Vice Becky Lynch versus the NXT champion Tiffany Stratton.
Miami Vice.
Yeah, that's what she dressed like.
Miami Vice. Yeah,
she got the mind. Man, I'm sick of Becky Lynch. I'm not gonna be like, I'm fucking sick of Becky Lynch. I'm sick of her, bro.
Thank you.
I don't know why she won the title, huh?
Wait, she won the title against NXT? She won the NXT title?
She won the title.
Oh my god! Wow.
Exactly.
She is now a Grand Slam champion.
So, but at the same time, this is how I look at it like this. Tiffany Stratton had a good thing going on. You took your ass to NXT just to shatter her down or water her down. I mean, come on, man. They're just killing new talent, man. She shouldn't even have to lose, bro.
All they're doing is they're giving Becky Lynch the title to make her a Grand Slam champion. She's gonna lose the title at No Mercy back to Tiffany Stratton again.
But I'm saying this:
Tiffany Stratton look like shit. And makes Becky Lynch look like shit because Becky Lynch, the woman that got punched by Ronda Rousey, the woman that was bloody on TV, the woman that did all that shit is gonna lose the belt to Tiffany Stratton.
Yes, but Alex, they are comparing Tiffany Stratton to Trish Stratus.
Yeah, and Trish Stratus was good only after 6 years and then even then she's not that management. Good. Come on now. We're not going to compare. Okay, you know what? Before we continue, let's do a level bar. This is the level of Bayley versus Sasha Banks at NXT, right? Okay, this is the level that we should go to in NXT women's division.
Yeah,
this is what I think of Trish Stratus as a wrestler. Now, if I had a camera going to the floor, I would touch that. And I'm not disrespecting this Trish Stratus, but you can't compare Bailey Sasha to Trish Stratus. Now I compare Becky to Bailey and Sasha because she's right up there. She's done some good matches, not great matches, good matches.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say this: the women's division in NXT by far this year is the most horrid I've ever seen in my life. And considering last year there was a wrestler that dressed up in a 90, not even in a 90, in a onesie, sleeping all the time. That
you're talking about shit, the Chinese lady. I forgot her name.
Oh God, Joe. the lady, I just say lady. The lady that was the female version of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, but she still wrestles.
Yeah, but that's you know what? You know what's sad? That's the only gimmick I know her of. I don't know her name. I just know that she's the female Orange Cassidy in a onesie.
Wendy Chu?
There we go. Wendy Chu. Thank you.
Wendy Chu.
I hope that's her name. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's Wendy Chu.
I hope that's thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank God.
It's Wendy Chu.
God. I had to read.
I know my wrestling
for a second. All right. Yeah, but you know racism too, Joe. And I know you so well. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, as in jokes. You do a lot of good jokes. All right. Rodney Dangerfield up here. Now, and I love Joe and ladies and gentlemen. Put that out there right now before anyone comes in the comments.
Hey, Joe.
Final thoughts on NXT. Let's wrap this up because fuck Becky. You know what? No. Fuck Becky Lynch for taking the belt. Tiffany Stratton, you better do a Rikishi I did it for the Rock segment and run her over with a car to get that belt back. And only then would I'll be like, okay, she's badass.
Yeah.
She's badass. You know why I remember Eddie Kingston? Because in Impact, he ran over a kid. Yeah. That's crazy. I don't even watch Impact. I just remember that segment. So, good. You laughing, Joe. You know damn well about that segment. That's all you know about Impact.
Hey, Joe rewinded about 5-6 times and was laughing off of
it. That's dark comedy. Final thoughts, Joe, on NXT.
It was a decent show this week. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
it had some high points. It had some. They're definitely trying to build the brand and make it a little more elevated. By using talent to do upper talent to do that, like a Becky Lynch. I understand what they're trying to do, and I understand that they're trying to elevate the brand, but I just don't know if it's going to work. NXT is one of those things that's supposed to be a developmental brand to build your character and to build your ring work, to build your mic work, but to get you seen by people at the same time. Yeah. By bringing in other talent, I do feel like it's watering down the other talent because you're overshadowing them. But at the same time, I get it. You want the bigger talent to come in so that they can have matches with the younger talent, the new and up and coming talent, so that they can get more experience and learn from the upper talent.
True.
So I do understand that.
Okay. I respect that. D-Walk, final thoughts on NXT?
Yeah, it was improved. It improved since the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks. It improved this week. It was bearable to watch this week. It wasn't like last week or the week before last or the week before last or the week before last or the week before last. It was bearable this week.
Okay. Final thoughts on this. Bring back Fandango so they can be a tag team again on NXT. One. Bring back Nikki Cross to NXT if you're bringing people back. Bring her back as Nikki Cross. Don't bring back Asuka. That's too elevated for my taste. Yeah. And just have fun. Go back to segments back at NXT. Watch stuff from 2013, 2014, 2015, and have fun, honestly, because I still don't watch NXT. You know why. That, ladies and gentlemen, was NXT time. I want to thank D-Wall for passing by here. We're not done, ladies and gentlemen. That segment will be cut and put on videos on Joe B. NCO's channel, which you should subscribe, which hitting that like button, that bell, and leave a comment down below. He smiles a lot when you do that. So thank you. So, Joe B. NCO, can you tell me what time is it right now?
I think it's time for some AEW.
Time for the new segment that he doesn't like.
Everybody can't come. This is invite only. We can get money together, but we still not homies, huh?
Let's go.
I didn't make that, folks. Just letting y'all know.
I did.
I wouldn't have had Pockets or Jungle Punk in there.
Wow, come on, man, for real.
You know what? As an editor's note, I was gonna put Sonny Kiss's twerking butt in the top left corner, but there's news about that too. There's news about that too, ladies and gentlemen. We'll continue on. Joe, the floor is yours.
You jump straight off the bed and just talk about Orange Cassidy.
She gone.
I know, but that's for wrestling news. Joe, go.
So, yeah, we had a lot of things going on Dynamite this week. Dynamite was kind of busy. We did start with the the international champion Jon Moxley versus Big Bill. Big Bill.
It wasn't Action Andretti.
No, it was Big Bill.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. At least Big Bill got a chance. Continue.
Big Bill. Big Bill.
Big Bill.
It just sounds funny saying it.
Yeah.
Big Bill.
Sounds like he's a character from King of the Hill. Big Bill.
Sounds like somebody who married to their cousin.
Yeah.
Well, Big Bill didn't win. Big Bill lost to Mr. Moxley.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it was smart. You're not gonna give him the belt right off the bat in his first defense.
No, and what first defense? Jon Moxley has been defending the title 3 times a week.
Nice. Okay, I forgot. My bad.
Yeah, he's defending the title on Dynamite, Rampage, Collision. Fucking, he's on every show defending that belt.
Good.
And he also probably need blood transfusions after a week too.
That's right.
A week? He probably needs a blood transfusion after like 2 minutes into a match.
Portable blood bank at the shows.
The only dude I know that bleed during the first 30 seconds of the match.
Yeah.
Don Callis spoke about with Takeshita about how he is the Alpha. So Takeshita's new name is the Alpha.
Okay. All right. I guess,
going off the Omega, the Alpha and the Omega.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's not gonna stick for long, but yeah, sure. Okay.
No.
But so there was a new portrait that Don Callis had drawn, and he said that we're going to show you who our new target is going to be, and it is Kenta Ibushi.
Say that again.
Ibushi.
Ooh, I like that. I mean,
that's Takeshita's new target. So the painting was of Takeshita and Don Callis standing over Ibushi, and he was on his knees, and Takeshita had the dagger going down towards his face.
Yeah. Damn.
Racist.
And they said that Don Callis said that Takeshita is going to kill Ibushi and his legacy.
Oh my god, they're really going for this. I mean, Japanese people do that all the time in their videos, but damn. All right.
Yeah, they're going hard on this segment. They went hard on that segment talking about Ibushi.
Didn't this segment spawn a tag team match or something?
I don't remember. I don't remember if it did or didn't. I thought it did, but I don't think so.
Because isn't Ricky Starks with Big Bill?
Oh, you're talking about the Moxley segment, yeah? Because Ricky Starks, Ricky Starks came out with Big Bill.
Yeah,
and he had a bigger entrance than Big Bill did, and he was supposed to be his manager. He stole all the thunder. I was like, what manager has their own ring entrance? Came out with the lights and the pyro and shit.
A lot of managers mostly, but it's fun. I mean, again, Ricky Starks is really getting into the manager role. He's like, can I be a manager? Yeah, this is a one segment. No, I'm going to play this shit. I'm going to milk this. I'm like, all right, yeah, fine.
He ought to be the camera.
And of course, we shouldn't have to say it, but of course, Moxley lost a lot of blood in this match.
Of course. Of course. His wife's like, I got this thing ready to go in the back. Like, it's just sad.
Renee Paquette's like, I got the bags already. We're ready to give you more blood.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was announced that Moxley will put his title on the line next week on Dynamite against Rey Fenix.
Normally, I would be excited for that match, but we've already seen that match like twice in a year. So, all right, sure.
Moxley's going to murder Phoenix, so let's just go ahead and.
Hey, he also going to bleed too.
Yeah,
we had
both.
We had a segment backstage with Renee Paquette with Roderick Strong and the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Adam Cole interrupted the interview and said that Strong wrestling Samoa Joe was a horrible idea.
True, it was.
He said, Strong says, you're only worried about Max, and you should be, because after I beat Joe, I'm going to beat MJF next week because I am a wrestling legend.
Okay. He didn't kept that one.
Yeah. That does, I mean, it fits in NXT. It doesn't really fit in AEW.
No.
Because right now Roderick Strong's playing like the injured puppy role, which is, I mean, that's the bad thing about Roderick Strong. Like, you have to give him a prop in order for him to be good.
So back to that Don Callis segment, the words, I was looking to see what his actual words were, and the words he said were, and Kenny, because he was talking to Omega, because he's going after Omega's friends.
Yes.
He said, and Kenny, I want you to know right now, we're not just going to beat Ibushi. We're going to butcher him. We're going to burn him. And I'm going to love the fact that while we're spilling his blood in the ring, you're going to be home helpless, watching like the pathetic cuck that you are.
Wow. That is, viewer discretion is advised, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they're really pushing the PG-13, which is, I guess.
Don Callis, the guy to do it, man.
No, I get it. He's no Paul Heyman, but he's a Callis. So I get it.
He's like a Heyman in a way, but he's more violent.
Yeah, he is. He is. I give you that. I give you that.
So they talked about the match next week. Alex Perez was backstage with the BCC, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they were talking about this and that. And they did have a sit down with Claudio and
Eddie.
Yeah, and that was pretty intense.
That I remember that. I can talk about that right now because I remember that segment. That was really good. Eddie starts with the segment saying, like, you remember what happened 15 years ago. You remember why I don't like you. And he's like, I don't. And Claudio's like, I don't know why you don't remember. Like, you do. And at the end of the segment, at 15, after I beat you, they both put up their belts. So it's belt versus belt, winner takes all for September 20th or October 1st. Sorry, October 1st.
Grand Slam. It's for Grand Slam.
It's for Grand Slam. Okay. I did like
it's going to be in New York.
Oh, nice. I did like how Claudio said this. Oh, when I beat the match, you got to shake my hand. And then Eddie's like, yeah, you do remember. See, you remember the damn thing 15 years ago. You a liar. And Renee just looks at Claudio like, yeah, you did lie. Kind of like, I'm watching a lot of Mentalist, ladies and gentlemen, so I pick up on small things. But your thoughts on that segment?
I like the segment. I'm glad that we're finally getting it.
Finally,
because it's been a work. It's been a long work. They've been working this They've been working this angle. Well, yeah, but I mean, they've been working this angle in AEW for the past year and a half.
Yeah, true.
Long time.
So I'm glad they finally are pulling the trigger on it because we need it.
But here's the thing, though. Here's a question for both of you guys. You think Eddie's really going to lose the real belt? He just got that. That's one of his dream belts that he just got.
Yeah, because he's not going to win.
He's not going to win.
I think he's going to win. I mean, Eddie being ROH champion sounds pretty fucking good to me. I mean, he can talk it, and he can lose the belt, to Roderick. I was thinking why Roderick's here. Roderick's an ROH guy. But he can't be an ROH guy right now because he's dealing with the Adam Cole situation. Once Roderick loses, he can go after Eddie, fight Eddie, win Eddie, and take the belt. Eddie will still be the real champion. Because I don't think New Japan. You have to think about it in the sense of New Japan. New Japan has a sign off giving the belt to somebody. Why would they give it to Claudio?
Or the match ends in a no contest.
Damn, that's gonna piss
both people.
Off Eddie.
Both people keep the belts.
Yeah,
it'd be a draw.
Yep.
That might piss me off because I want a winner.
Like, but
that means they're milking this fucking thing for another match.
Yeah, but this how I feel. I don't feel Cesaro.
Saving it for the pay. I bet you there's an ROH pay-per-view in October.
Dennis, go on.
I feel Cesaro. It's time for him to get his push because he been blackballed a long time, and I'm happy he finally getting his push. Like Cesaro was about what, almost in his 40s, or if not,
he's out of his 40s.
He's in his 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, he towards probably towards the end. I like to see him get that push finally.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for him to go on a Japan run and really have fun. If New Japan's like, hey, you want to go to Japan, do a rant for the real championship, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But Eddie has been promoting that real championship everywhere. He's put it on his fucking shoulder. He's putting his life on the line on it. When you bet the one, that's what I loved about the segment. When you bet the one thing you've dreamed about so much because of your fucking hate for Claudio, that is worth something right there. So either it could be his folly that he loses, or it could be his benefit. Because again, Eddie Kingston, you got to knock his ass out. Eddie's going to get up. You can swing him around. You can throw him around. You got to knock his ass out to win. So that's just me.
Might use knucks.
True. Plus, he'll burn Claudio. He'll take the gasoline out. He'll burn him. Like that might be no contest there too.
He'll set himself on fire to beat him.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be a nice little thing. Joe, continue. Monster.
Renee Paquette was backstage talking with the FTW champion Hook when
say it.
Hot Pockets interrupted. Yep. Said, hey, I was walking around and saw Hook all mad about something. What do you have to be mad about? He's like, Hook says, you were a great champion. Pocket says, thanks. You are too. They fist bumped. Orange said he was still so tired and he needs a rest.
I like the segment. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the best segments ever in AEW. I digress and be sarcastic. It was an okay segment. They're really milking Orange Cassidy, him being tired. I don't know why they keep doing this. Honestly, I get it because he just lost. He did 31 matches. He did 31 matches straight. He won them all. He lost against John. He's taped up. And he gave the acknowledgement to Hook. We know why Hook got the championship back, ladies and gentlemen. We know why. But
legacy.
It might be because of the fight between Jungle Boy and I think it was before or after. Either way.
He won the title back before that happened. So
okay. Then all I could say with this segment was basically it was a waste of time. I like Pockets. Motherfucker, I mean, I like Orange Cassidy. I keep calling him Pockets now.
I got everybody calling that motherfucker Pockets.
I know. I like Orange Cassidy, but take a break. Take a rest, like you say. Just take like a
go away.
Off.
Yeah, just go away.
Yeah.
Go away.
Your thoughts on the segment?
I like both of the wrestlers. I liked it.
Okay.
I like the communication. It was less communication, but then it made sense on what they was talking about. So it was like simple and easy. Like, hey, what up? How you doing? I'm out. Like it was more one of them.
So
that's true.
The next match we're going to talk about is I don't know why they did this match. I don't know why the person won that one, but Women's World Title Eliminator 4-way match. Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus Harashida versus Nyla Rose versus Toni Storm. Why the fuck is Toni Storm in the Eliminator tournament?
Yeah.
She just lost the belt.
Yeah, but I told you this. Joe. Saraya was gonna win the belt in the UK. He won it. She won it, and then now in the next one, Storm's gonna get it back. Because again, Saraya's not 100% on her neck. She can wrestle sometimes, but not a lot.
Give Boring Storm back the belt.
Hey, they gonna mess around and do the finger poke of doom.
Boring Storm.
Here's the thing, though. If Storm gets the belt, I think not even if. When Storm gets the belt, who's gonna take it off Storm? Because they're giving it to her just to take it off somebody else.
But they're gonna. I feel like what they should have done was they should have had Britt Baker beat Saraya for it. Because if you remember, Saraya's first win in AEW was over Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
I know.
So the right thing to do would be to have a match for the title, to where Britt Baker gets the title and gets her win.
Yes.
And then they can have a rubber match.
Okay, that's the right thing to do. The smart thing to do is to keep that belt far away from Britt Baker as possible for a good amount of time, because
it's been off her for a while.
Because every time she gets a belt or every time she gets highlighted, shit talks happen. Oh, she doesn't like this person. Oh, she doesn't like this person. Oh, no. Guess what's been happening, Joe? For the last 6 months, no one has talked shit about the women's championship wrestlers. Why? Because there's no fucking drama. I don't know. If
that's also because Thunder Rosa's not there either.
But she okay. We have had this. Continue on. No. Continue on.
Oh shit! I'm just saying, man.
I can see to that. We can have a discussion in an hour about Britt and Saraya, but this is wrestling talk, not wrestling discussion.
So boring Storm wins the Fatal 4-Way.
Yes.
With a goddamn roll up.
Yeah, I know.
And she rolled up Britt Baker. And stole the victory.
They're both WWE trained too. That's why they fucking did the roll up. Continue on.
All right, so we had Renee Paquette backstage talking with the women's champion Saraya and Ruby Soho, saying, "Congrats to Tony, you did it, and you did it without us. But Tony lost everything to me. She lost her top spot. She lost her mind. She's crazy. But she's also going to lose the match against me at Grand Slam, and then she'll be left with truly nothing."
Mm-hmm.
We did have a segment with Les Sex Gods, Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, where they talked. Chris Jericho made a video package and played it for Sammy of all the times that all the things they've done together throughout their years in AEW, and how Jericho said that how he saw Sammy in the Indies, and when they were first talking about starting AEW, and told Tony, sign this kid now.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because he's the future. And he's like, and look at you. He's like, look how much you've grown over the past 4 years. He's like, you're married, you got a kid on the way, you've won championships, you've done all these great things. And he's like, every time you just keep getting better and better. And he's like, I couldn't be more proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was just a back and forth.
Except for the fact that he called Eddie Kingston fat, except for the fact that when he was with the TNT title belt, it was the worst reign in history. It's a lot of addendums that no one talks about Sammy Guevara. And
he said it twice.
Huh?
He said it twice.
Oh, thank you. Continue on, Joe. By the way, check out the Smoke Lounge with Joe BNCO, and check out the Destroyers of Smoke. And check out Kane with the Talk and Sip podcast, and Dennis Walker with his socials. All of them are down below. Enjoy the madness. Enjoy wrestling.
Hey, don't forget.
Go on, Joe.
Don't forget to check out Alex Reactions and Coquito Score.
Don't worry about me. This is not about me. I'm banned on YouTube for 2 weeks. I don't give a shit about that. Continue.
Hey, you've been posting some good stuff. I've been watching your Instagram feeds.
Oh yeah, that. Okay, you know what? Plug time. Check out my Instagram, coquito.alex, COQUITO.alex. I've been dumping stuff. I check out my Telegram /Alice Coquito. Those are all the uncensored videos. Especially
You won't regret it.
Yeah, that woman ran over. Okay, anyway, continue. I ain't talking about my
Craziness. He posts some crazy shit happening in Puerto Rico, y'all. Craziness.
Man,
And there's still some more, by the way. I can't put out yet. I've been holding it for safety.
What can't you put out? You put out so much graphic shit. It looked like Face to Death.
I got some.
I thought I was looking at.
Go on.
I thought it was 12 watching Face to Death for a minute. I was like, what is this?
Oh, I got some Final Destination shit on my. I got about 20 of those. That's easy. So
there was a segment about that was the segment with Sammy. It was just kind of like a back and forth thing, talking about how they're going to beat each other, but how they were nice about it and how they're going to be. They're using it to elevate each other. MJF was told he wasn't cleared to wrestle until Grand Slam. He was talking about Roderick Strong and Samoa Joe, and it was just a little stupid thing, but just to put MJF's face on there.
Was this the math segment?
Yeah, the one where he was in the back, where he's like, "I don't have to wrestle for a week." Yay!
Okay, I got it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give you a nice little bridge version of it. He basically did Scott Steiner's math, but accurately. With everything else, at the end, it was 146% against Samoa Joe's 8.213%. So those are the final numbers. I'm not going to say the whole segment. It was a long fucking segment. And I love that Adam Cole and Renee Paquette didn't really, they kind of got confused halfway. Not even halfway. In the beginning, they got confused. And then once he kept going, Adam Cole's like, oh, I know where he's going with this shit. And Renee is looking at him like, this motherfucker's actually doing. I'm pretty sure she knows the Scott Steiner math segment. So just looking at and the crowd alone was awesome. Go on.
Yeah. The main thing that I take out of it was the fact that MJF told Samoa Joe, he's like, do you think I'm afraid of you? He's like, nah. He's like, you might not realize this, but this New York pit bull has got a lot of bite. If you wrestle me, I'm going to choke you out.
Yeah, and then Adam Cole looked at him like, I was in NXT with that motherfucker. That's not a good idea. No.
Samoa Joe is like a fucking goddamn a scorned pit bull that's been fucking starved and beaten. Yeah. He's ready to kill people.
Oh God! Okay, continue, Joe. Jesus Christ.
Hangman Adam Page versus the Machine Brian Cage.
Good match
with Prince Nana.
Good match.
Yeah,
it was a good match. It was a solid match. He had a little bit of a power versus speed.
Yeah.
Angle, which works well with certain people.
I like the swerve. The swerve.
Oh, you talking about the Swerve Strickland's music hitting?
Man, every time I watch him now in AEW, I like him more and more. He a dope villain, bro. He a dope heel.
He is. He's a good villain. He's definitely a good villain.
He's shady. I love it. I love how shady he is. Don't have your wallet around that man.
He's like Crime Time mixed with Eddie Guerrero.
A little bit more than that. I think he's really like, since I don't think Tony Khan is giving him any restrictions. Like, I believe you can do whatever you can, to just do whatever you can and really act like the villain, which I like that. I don't like Prince Nana and Brian Cage and the Destroyers of Doom, or whatever you fucking call those, Agonies of Defeat, or whatever you call those guys. I just don't. I mean, they're big guys. They're big, strong guys, but just they have no it factor for me, honestly. Yeah. And what's sad is one of them is Puerto Rican. So I'm like, damn, I got shit on one of them. I'm sorry.
Swerve Strickland is like a New Jack / Crime Time.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, that's good analysis.
So you got Brian Cage lost, obviously. And he jumped Adam Page after the match, and the Young Bucks came in for the save, super kicking Brian Cage, and then double super kicking Prince Nana as well.
Okay. Yeah, that was really cool. It looks like he was doing the dance. One brother was dancing, and the other brother's like, I'm not dancing. I'm just going to stand there and wait till he turns around. And then when he turned around, it was a nice little like proton and neutron super kick in the guy's face. Like, damn! It's not like I got hit in the face hard.
So they're gonna. I think they're gonna build up for. I think they're gonna do a 6-man tag with Brian Cage and the Destroyers of Agony or whatever they are.
That's what I mean. Like Chains of Agony in the city. I don't fucking know, man. The fucking name doesn't. It just continue, Joe. Bad name for these guys. I'm sorry.
New Jack City.
The Agony of Agony. Agony and Bedford. I don't fucking know, man.
Persona would be a good Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes. Yeah, Wesley Snipes would pray. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, makes sense. Now Wesley Snipes, not 90s. Now Wesley Snipes would be a good nana.
Mm-hmm.
But Jailbird Wesley Snipes?
Yeah,
Wow.
old ass, like steroids has ruined your body.
And man, it wasn't his fault he went to jail. It was not his fault.
It was his fault. Boy, take the Blade money and invest in freaking a good accountant. Don't invest in
Tax evasion.
Yes.
Somebody got to do it. Hey, his accountant took all his money.
Well, yeah.
MC Hammer did the same thing.
I was about to say the same thing, Joe. Literally about to say the same damn name, MC.
Hey, that was racist, bro. That's 3 black people in the name of.
That was not racist.
Hey, look, can't touch this unless you're the IRS.
Exactly. Famous words by the Joker. I might fuck with the Batman with the IRS. No, thank you,
right.
No, thank you, sir. No.
Oh my God!
I take a punch in the face by Batman before the IRS.
That's right.
So Renee Paquette was talking with Daniel Garcia backstage. A lot of backstage segments on the show. Garcia said, "I thought you came here to talk about me, but you're asking about Sammy or Jericho. Why don't we talk about the career of Garcia?" Don Callis interrupts. The Don Callis family is going to create a utopian meritocracy, whatever the hell the word that is.
Yeah.
Garcia got in Callis's face and did his dance and then walked off. Callis says, "Wow, that's money. Renee, that's money."
Yeah.
Don Callis chased after Daniel Garcia, grinning ear to ear.
By the way, shout out to the Misfit Nation podcast. 1 of 3 people like it. 2 do not like Daniel Garcia's gimmick. Shout out to Daniel Garcia's gimmick. Keep going. Just keep being cringe, but it's making people change. That's all that matters.
Don Callis remind me of a Don King.
Hey, listen. Anybody can steal Alex Wright's gimmick, okay? Daniel Garcia kind of looks like Alex Wright. He's kind of doing the dance.
How fucking dare you compare Alex Wright's magical dance to fucking Daniel Garcia's gyration? These are 2 different things, bro. Okay, how fucking dare you? Shout out to Alex Wright. Okay.
Daniel Garcia is going to be called Alex Wright 2.0.
No,
wow. Yo, go time out, bro. Time out, Joe.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of appropriate. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in AEW Dynamite Talk, we talk about life and love. Oh, we'll bring it back right now. Let's go. Bring it back. Let's go. There you go.
Alex Inferno.
Wow.
Okay, continue on, Joe. Just confirm all right, come on.
So then we had the next match. It was Darby Allin and Nick Wayne versus Matt Menard and Angelo Parker with Jake Hager and Anna Jay in their corner. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why is this
too much?
Well, not only that, they're trying to put Darby Allin on this I can win all my matches, but I can't win a title match gimmick. And it's like, okay, that's cool. So you're going to give him another title match because Christian and Luchasaurus are constantly out there every single time he has a match.
That pisses me off
commentary
because they're not using Christian. They're not using Christian to his full ability. He's the TNT champion with Luchasaurus, but he talks a lot, and I get it. You're a great talker. You're really going to the extremes of how far you can go as a talker. If you're not going to wrestle for the TNT championship, which was honored by Brody Lee You're really shitting on it right now, dude. Give it to someone that will do the work. Because if not, fuck off.
So they talked about they were talking. Everybody's still talking about the win Darby and Sting had in London.
Yeah.
And as the franchise here, Christian says it's embarrassing. Now I just want to remind everyone I did not take the loss for that match, and I didn't have my regular partner with me. So I promise next week, Darby Allin and Sting against me and Luchasaurus. If you've got the balls, I'll see you in New York City.
No.
We'll still win.
No.
Yeah, Darby and Sting will actually lose a match.
Okay, all right, well, all right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another timeout for Mr. Joe BNCO. We on the P.U.W.F. Wrestling Talk enjoy Sting. I know he doesn't like Darby. I know he doesn't like Pockets. I know he doesn't like certain people. But we love Sting. Keep winning.
I didn't say I didn't like Sting. I love Sting.
I heard the tone of your voice, sir. Oh,
Wow.
Sting will finally lose a match. Oh, fuck Sting. 60-75. Oh, okay,
Wow.
I heard it.
Sting's the only undefeated guy on the roster that hasn't even had a title shot yet.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. That's fine.
Yeah, but being an undefeated guy on the roster, you should be giving him a title shot.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. They're going to, but let's not talk about that.
Sting is AEW World Champion. Let's see what happens with that.
Okay.
Add it to his resume. Sting at 70 is the AEW Champion.
You know what's even funnier? And this will piss you off, Joe. And I had a dream about this. David Arquette, TNT champion. Yeah, look. Watch his face. That motherfucker's face went down so fast. Oh,
I like
shit.
it. I like it.
No, he did not. Like,
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Deep down inside.
As long as it ain't Pockets, I don't give a fuck.
Okay, continue on, Joe. I'll take that. I'll take that win.
So we had the main event. Grand Slam World Title Eliminator Tournament Final. Roderick Strong versus Samoa Joe.
Yes.
Good match.
It was.
It was a solid match. The gimmick they're doing with Roderick Strong, the neck strong, I mean, it's funny. But it's playing itself out very quickly. Samoa Joe's fucking Samoa Joe, and that's just it. Yeah. Samoa Joe's gimmick has been Samoa Joe for fucking 25 goddamn years, and it's still going to be Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
he doesn't need a gimmick. No. He is the gimmick.
That was a good spot in the match between Penta and Joe, where Penta was going to do a tope, and he did a tope, and I think he was expecting Joe to be in the same area where the table was, and Joe just walked away, and then Penta just toped into the table. I was like, oh,
Joe right there.
Shit. And it was like,
Joe's like, I'm gonna get hit. Nah, I ain't gonna miss.
It's like about 3-5 feet away. I'm like, you're pretty far, dude.
That reminds me of the Gravity spot when he was taking on Gravity, and Gravity was gonna jump off the top rope, and Samoa Joe was looking all hurt. And as soon as Gravity jumped, Samoa Joe just like walked off, like laughing. I was like, yeah.
That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Continue, sir.
He's been doing that shit since the X Division.
Yeah.
So, a great battle between two definite top-tier performers. Roderick Strong, I feel like, doesn't get enough recognition for what he can do.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, props. We were talking about props. Mm-hmm. And he needs props in order to have more people seeing him. That's why I think they put him with the Kingdom.
And the Kingdom ain't doing shit anyway, so they need to do something. Like Tony Khan is right now hiring way too many people, so he's just trying to integrate anybody. And I get it, but
they want shit at Impact.
I know, and I get that, but ROH should be making money, and ROH is not really making money right now. So you need to start doing something for it to make money. somebody, something, anything. Like, I don't know. Get who's the commentator for ECW? Who's the guy?
Joey Styles.
Yeah, get Joey Styles. That's a name. I don't know. Fuck, something. That's something. Like, you got Kevin Kelly. That's great. But if you don't have the other guy, excuse me, if you don't have the other guy, then it's not really a great ROH, commentator. He's in WWE right now.
They're gonna fuck around and let Phil Brooks take him out of business.
So Samoa Joe battered Roderick Strong out of the air and applied the submission, forcing Roderick Strong to tap. Samoa Joe will be taking on MJF for the AEW World Championship at Grand Slam in New York City.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. So Samoa Joe said after the match, "Oh, Max, it seems my little prophecy has come true. And next week I go to your backyard and I'm coming for you because I'm going to beat you down and take everything you have, kid. Everything."
That's fine.
I don't know how they're going to play this. I don't know how they're going to play this match. They got to do it very smart.
They're going to play it simply as this, man. Like, him and MJ are going to fight, and Adam Cole's going to come out to save his friends. Some chicanery happens, and there's going to be a point that because of that chicanery, MJF might lose, but MJF is always going to use the fucking ring. So he'll just take the ring out, punch the guy in the face, and boop. That's it.
Adam Cole came to the ring. Adam Cole came to the ring after the match. Roderick looked at him and then grabbed his neck and fell to the mat.
Yeah, I saw that too. Whereas like they were talking, and then when Adam Cole started coming on the music, then he looked down and he noticed that his neck brace was on the floor, and then he looked at his friends. Then he looked down at the neck brace, and then immediately, I'm like, motherfucker, come on, man.
Wasn't that a gimmick? Wasn't that a gimmick in WWF?
Yeah.
Everybody's used the neck brace gimmick and the hurt neck.
Heyman used the neck brace for a hot minute in ECW.
And then the Kingdom's yelling at Adam Cole, telling him it's all your fault.
Yeah.
They put him on a stretcher, and they put a neck brace on him, and they took him out.
Yeah.
And then Samoa Joe comes from behind Adam Cole, blindsiding him and choking him out.
See, good product placement if Joe would have put on the sweet tooth mask and then choked him out as a good product. Just to remind people, hey guys,
they won't do that because Peacock and Time Warner are different companies.
I know, it's sad too. It's so sad. Like, that's a good anyway.
He made a reference in his thing with Max, and he's like, and I'm at the top of the charts in the other guy's promotion too while I'm here.
Yeah. True.
As an ice cream man.
Yeah.
So that concludes Dynamite. I'm not even going to talk about Rampage and Collision because they were okay, but I mean, there's only one thing that really we need to talk about, and you know what that is.
Go for it. We're still here.
Welcome back. Not Jade Boringhill.
Yeah.
The queen of botchism is back.
Wow.
Botulism.
Wow.
I would defend Jade at this, but it's right. Jade has been botchamania defined for a long time. We'll get to the news of what's the news about that's later.
Listen to me, and before I say anything, this is what I have to say about that. You need to take Jade, send her for 6 months to Japan. 6 months, solid. 6 months training in Japan. If she trains for 6 months in Japan, her ring work will be remarkable.
Yep. Because all she'll fight was like people who are under 5'5".
But she has the physique.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
She has the look of a star.
Yeah.
She looks like a Roman goddess warrior. She has the chiseled body of a statue. She's perfect in that aspect. But her mic work is half, and her ring work is.
Yeah. It's like if you compare her to like a really cool chef, she's all dressed up, has all the look and everything, but gives you like a half burnt burger. You're like, half of it's good, half of it is not.
I'm sorry to say this, but Nia Jax is better.
Yeah.
Wow.
She came, well, you know what? You got to segue to that shit? Okay, fine, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that was AEW Rampage and Collision Talk. This video will be clipped. This video will be clipped and put on Joe BNCO's video list. And for the time that I don't like talking about this shirt, it's time
Catch up the bag.
for this. Yep.
Yeah.
In the area around Raw, I will bring up the highlights as I have it right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really watch it, but I like to read, so I have a vivid imagination. Raw highlights for the date that it came out. I think it was September 11th. The Judgment Day versus Kevin Owens. Huh?
You're right. No, September 11th. You're correct.
Yeah. By the way, I will always remember 9/11. Everyone that's out there, respect and love. Now, Raw starts. Bless you. The Raw starts with Judgment Day versus Kevin Owens and Jey Uso. Sami Zayn is out for the time being, so Jey Uso stepped up. And again, I can tell you, I haven't read this yet. I can tell you what happened. Kevin Owens distrusting Jey Uso because Kevin Owens distrusts everybody. Was very hesitant in the match. At the end, what the fuck is called the winner of the Judgment Day. Great match. What was your thoughts on it, Joe?
It was a good match, and I like the way that they're putting diversity in between the starting to drive a little bit of a wedge between Sammy and KO, even though it hasn't happened yet. You're starting to see it.
Yeah. What if that make them like each other more, though?
I don't know. I just know that they segue to setting up a match with Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre next week.
Yeah, okay. Drew McIntyre supposed to turn heel.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, next on the list, The Miz. No, go on, Dennis.
No, I ain't saying nothing. I was done.
Okay, next, The Miz versus Akira Tozawa.
Boring.
Yeah, LA Knight was outside doing interference. See. Right after The Miz came to the ring, Michael Cole threw a video package about 9/11. As usual, WWE's production did a great job. The It Kicks didn't get the same kind of heat they used to. Daniel Bryan's departure from WWE is probably why, because it's not the same. You can do the yes thing now, Miz. It's not the same anymore. No one looks at Daniel Bryan as Daniel Bryan anymore. Everyone looks at Daniel Bryan as Bryan Danielson. That's a tongue twister.
Mm-hmm. The American Dragon.
The American Dragon. Gunther celebrates a new record. Happy for him. C+ segment. The pyro on the ring was a nice touch. WWE barely ever uses pyro anywhere but the stage these days. Gable using his crying daughter as motivation to win the title did not seem to matter to the crowd. Ouch.
Yeah.
Gable winning the title is probably what's going to happen.
He lost. Wait. Dennis, your thoughts on this segment?
They're gonna have to make it. They're gonna have to finally let Gable win now. They finally, because I wanted it to be over with, but I think Chad Gable should have been won the title. But now this the last time. Gunther broke the record now, so it might as well let him lose. Yeah. You might as well make him lose the title, then go to the heavyweight title. It's pointless for you to keep letting him have the belt.
Correct.
Your thoughts, Joe?
No, I agree. Correct. I feel like Chad Gable, they should pull the trigger on Chad Gable, make him the IC champion, and we know he can pull a crowd, so that's not a problem. And we know he can wrestle. So now,
Oh, continue.
But now that we've seen what he can do a little more, and now that he has more motivation and fuel, now is when you'd want. And now that Gunther's also broken the record already of the Honky Tonk Man, now is when you want to take the belt off of Gunther.
Okay.
That way he can come back and go after Seth Rollins.
Now, I have to say this. Now, we remember when the Acclaimed, to give a reference, the Acclaimed won the belts against Keith Lee and Strickland.
Yeah.
They won it 2 weeks after, when everyone was waiting for them to win it 2 weeks before. Not everyone remembers that. Now, when Gable was almost going to win against Gunther, that was the spark. That was the rocket that was going to send him to the moon. They missed that chance, in my opinion. Because if they would have waited until after he broke the record and then started this storyline, it would make more sense. Because now, Gunther beat the record. Gunther does this, and here comes this nobody named, not this nobody, but this underdog named Chad Gable coming up the ranks. And then taking it away. But you trying to give the momentum of taking it away before the record, and now that he's beaten the record, it's not the same. He wins, and that kind of shits on Gunther.
Yeah.
Because you held it for so long, you beat the record just to lose it to Gable. To Gable.
I get that, but he's beaten everyone else.
To me, if they gonna make Gunther stay in the Intercontinental title, they should have made him lose the belt before he broke the record, and had him be more ambitious on trying to break the record.
If you had him lose it before he broke the record, they could have worked the angle that if he lost the title before breaking the record, you could have had a video package with the Honky Tonk Man celebrating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Missed opportunities.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Woods versus Drew McIntyre. This was a B+. The second half of the match was a lot more aggressive and featured some stiff strikes and close 2 counts. The look on my the look on this, I'm a little bit smoke lounge. The look on McIntyre's face after Woods chopped him across the back was hilarious. Matt Riddle being absent wasn't surprising, but it was a little shocking to see Kofi Kingston leave his partner unaccompanied. We'll talk about Matt Riddle in a second. Chelsea, and we know that Drew McIntyre will be out next week, so that's not going to talk about that. Chelsea Green versus Shayna Baszler. Okay. Backstage segment. This is what I mean. Yeah. Green and Shayna Baszler had a confrontation that led to latter issuing a challenge. Luckily for Green, Piper Niven returned this week to have her back. The couple of minutes we got were fine, but what happened after the match is what matters the most. Niven attacked Baszler after the Queen of Spades scored the win, but Zoe Stark ran down to make the save. C-. And moving on, Tommaso Ciampa. I feel bad for Baszler. And I love Piper Niven as Viper. And again, she got her name back, so I'm happy that her name is Piper Niven. That's great. But have you noticed that the women's division on WWE has been shitty?
Shitty.
Like across the board, all 3 brands. And I'm not including NXT UK because does that still exist?
No, UK and NXT UK is not a thing no more. They're building they're going to be coming back as NXT Europe, I believe.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. So why don't I talk about the women's division? That second person watching, hit that like. Why am I talking about the women's division? Because on WWE, on the side of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, they suck. Brownie's gone.
SmackDown's better.
In NXT.
SmackDown's better. SmackDown has Io Sky.
Yeah,
Asuka's back.
One person, though. Okay, so you got Asuka and Io Sky. 2
that's
wrestlers that were not trained.
That's who's going to be facing at the pay-per-view. Asuka versus Io Sky for the belt.
Ooh, that's an NXT match waiting to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, moving on.
I hope Bailey don't. I mean, they could make that a good match 1-on-1. They don't need no interference.
Bailey, I'm gonna say this now. Bailey and Charlotte need to leave. You need to leave. Sasha is proving that you can do shit and make money somewhere else.
Yeah.
So leave. Charlotte, you can have fun anywhere, dude. And you can go to Mexico. They love Flair there. He's like,
Charlotte Flair can go anywhere. Charlotte Flair is she's got a golden ticket. She can go anywhere she wants and be successful.
Bailey, oh my God, it would be awesome if Bailey went to AEW and then she had a mental breakdown and kind of went back to the Bailey gimmick. Like,
can you imagine Charlotte going to AEW?
Fuck yeah. Charlotte against freaking
Oh.
Statlander. Charlotte against
Baker.
Nia Baker, Rose.
Charlotte be
Sakura.
double champion. Charlotte be double
fine, dude.
champion.
Remember, the women's division on AW is super stacked. They got women for days there. They got twins.
Charlotte's a good wrestler too. That's part of the thing that elevates her to a different stratosphere because she is good at what she does.
No, of course, I get that completely. It's just that with Charlotte, you bring her in the AEW division, it's like a fighter from the West going to the East. It's a whole new ball game. It's just a whole new ball game. So that's good. And Bayley can go anywhere. Bayley's already been trained in Mexico, so she can go back to Mexico, or she can go to Japan and become a tag team with Sasha, which will bring money in Japan because people love tag in Japan. Or she can go to AEW and wrestle with 80 women and do that for a year and have fun. Again, I like the whole "shut up, Michael" on Bayley's side, but it gets boring after a while unless you get like. This is a good segment I thought about. You send Michael Cole a FedEx box during the match, and he opens up the FedEx box, and it's a phone, like in the Matrix. And he opens the phone and turns it on. Hello, shut up, Michael. And then boop, that's it. And then it starts smoking up because it's like a Mission Impossible one. It's only a one-time thing. That's it. That's pretty cool. But either way, continuing on, I'm getting Bayley love. Tommaso Ciampa and Alpha Academy versus Imperium. This, actually saw this, was a good match. B+. Ciampa and Alpha Academy won. The combo of Ciampa and Alpha Academy felt so random. It's always nice to see Ciampa wrestle, but it would have made more sense for this to just be a standard tag match. Watching Gable deadlift a grown man off the mat to hit a German suplex will never stop being entertaining. The triple team spot Imperium hit on Gable in the corner looked brutal. Your thoughts, Joe, on Tommaso, Alpha Academy versus Imperium?
I like the match, but I also feel like Tommaso Ciampa needs something.
Yeah.
They need to push him some way, somehow, whether it's a heel, face, they need to give him a push.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going a DIY was supposed to happen again, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I don't know what's going on with Gargano. I believe he's hurt. That needs to happen.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Gargano like a free agent now? He's just everywhere.
I think.
Yeah, he is.
He left.
Nah,
left WWE.
No, Gargano, he came back. Gargano been back wrestling.
Okay, good for him.
I thought he was hurt again.
No, he ain't hurt. They need to hurry up pull his trigger. I mean, cause it's making Tommaso Ciampa look like he don't belong. They need to go ahead and pull his trigger and let them DIY get together and win undisputed titles away from Judgment Day. I can see that happening, but
they can have a segment. They can have a 3-month storyline of Tommaso and Ciampa that they had in NXT and bring it right back to WWE, and it will be entertaining right off the bat. They can go back to NXT because their rivalry is so bad that they got fired from WWE, so they had to go back to NXT for a few months until the boss says, you know what, they can do that. Yeah, but you're right, Dennis. They're not pulling the trigger, so I'm going to continue on from that. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez, the Cena Orton feud that never ends. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I've not seen one match, but I've heard about this match 12 times. But this is Cena Orton. Why are they doing this? I'm not even gonna say who won or lost. Joe, your thoughts on the match? That's it? Okay. Dennis, your thoughts on the match? Fuck. Okay, guys.
Those are my thoughts.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Rhea Ripley won. All right. And Jax came.
Really?
Also Nia Jax came back. Yay.
Did you expect fucking Raquel Rodriguez to win a championship?
Okay, here we go. But this is why she lost though. Nia Jax made her WWE return and attacked Rodriguez while the ref was distracted, making it easy for the Eradicator to get the win. When the match was over, Jax attacked Ripley to end the show. So Jax is the in-betweener. She'll fight. She'll hit the baby face and she'll fight the heel.
So this is what I want to talk about right here.
Yes.
Did y'all see the part where when she went the bullseye diver and she lost her hand on the ropes and actually squashed on her chest, and then actually started slapping her in the face?
Yep.
While she was on it, she started slapping Rhea Ripley in the face.
Yeah,
like paintbrush style, like
smacking a pat with both hands.
Yeah, that pisses me off. Like, you just came back and you think you can give her a receipt, bitch. Chill out. All right.
The thing about it, how look at it, how she wasn't supposed to fall on her like that. She lost her grip when she was jumping down because you can see her face. And she smashed her chest real hard and then got slapped in the face. Come on, man.
You know what's sad about life? Dennis, you can say any injury right now that's wrestling related, and at the end of the sentence, just put Nia Jax, and no matter what, people will believe you. No matter what you say, a duck came into the ring, fell on someone, and made someone fall on someone in the leg, and it was Nia Jax. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Yep.
That was crazy.
Yep. And you know what? That's how life is. All right, continuing on. The final word. This week's episode of Raw had a 3-hour show. Oh, that's it. Final thing. What were your final thoughts on Raw, Joe?
It was an okay show. It was all right. I give 2 out of 10. I don't know. It wasn't like wasn't smash beautiful or nothing like that. There was a good thing here or there, but it wasn't a great show. 3 hours. I feel is good if you can produce a good show.
I guess. That's Dennis.
I'm gonna say it in the words of the great JR. The lights was on, but nobody was home.
Okay. All right. Well, damn. Shit. All right. My thoughts on this. I give it. It wasn't a great Raw. Not a lot of good segments. Not a lot of good matches. 2 or 3 good matches. That's fine, but meh. I'm not giving it a rating because I have to see it to give it a rating. So I'll just give it a meh. Meh. It's good enough for anything. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna switch it up now. Go to SmackDown. All right. SmackDown was, I guess, a little different because obviously the people that matter are there, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, match card is as follows: AJ Styles versus Jimmy Uso, the Brawling Brutes versus Judgment Day, and Shotzi and Charlotte Flair versus Bayley and Io Sky. Now, Charlotte and Shotzi versus Damage Control. Why is there a bald person there? I don't know why. All right, anyway. The Empress of Tomorrow lost the title in SummerSlam to Bianca Belair, who turned around and dropped to the Sky by the way of a Money in the Bank cash-in. Asuka never received a contractually obligated rematch. Blah, blah, blah. Shotzi and Flair defeated Bayley and Sky. C+. Your thoughts on the match, Joe? Sorry.
Yeah, it was all right. I like the fact that they brought Asuka back and that they teased the Asuka Io Sky match when they were face to face in the ring at the end after the match was done, and they were talking in Chinese or Japanese, back and forth.
Japanese.
Back and forth, yelling and screaming at each other. And Io Sky looked like she was nervous at the end of whatever Asuka said to her.
Yeah.
And Asuka just walked away smiling and laughing. And then they announced that the match is going to happen at Fastlane.
Dennis, your thoughts on the match?
It was something to watch, you know. It wasn't that good on the commercials or nothing else on TV, so All
right. Moving on. LA Knight versus Austin Theory. A verbal back and forth between LA Knight, Waller, and Theory, and I only know 2 of those names because I just read it right now, led to a match. Austin Theory won. Great for him. Storyline continues because he has nothing to do right now.
Austin Theory didn't win.
Yeah. Sorry. Knight defeated Theory because names. Knight defeated Theory. Great for Knight. Moving on a storyline that continues to nothing. Backstage, Knight interrupted Paul Heyman talking business with Adam Pearce. After receiving another match with The Miz on next week's show, he was told by Heyman to make sure he knocks next time. Yeah. He said tone down and sorry. Yeah. He said tone down and deadly serious. So, what are your thoughts on Heyman looking at Knight? Because he was looking at him.
They're planting the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
They're planting the seeds early for the turn.
He'll betray Roman Reigns.
It's going to become a betrayal. He's going to turn on Roman and go with Knight and help Knight win the belt.
That would be Dennis. Your thoughts?
No, I can see that happening. Betrayal.
Yeah, I can see that happening as well.
But what's going to happen after that is that Knight's going to betray Heyman.
I mean, if you think about it, no, I don't. I wouldn't think that. I think he would use Heyman because again, whoever is with Heyman is an automatic blockbuster. Is an automatic showstopper.
But he don't need Heyman.
Knight's already there.
He don't need Heyman, but he can use Heyman to a certain extent and make it look like okay. Again, I'm watching The Mentalist. He might do a scam in the sense that he might want Heyman thinking that Knight needs Heyman, but actuality Heyman needs Knight. But in another twist, Knight is only using Heyman that Heyman can use. It's a weird circle that never ends.
Basically, he mind
fucking the psychology of this. That's right.
Basically, mind fucking him.
That's Zack. So that's why I think you don't throw away a great talker because you think you're a better talker. No, you use the great talker so you can save your energy when it's time to be a better talker.
He Jedi mind tricking his ass.
That applies for everything: warriors, life, and sex. Moving on. Butch and Ridge Holland versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Midway through the match, cameras panned backstage where Pretty Deadly watched Holland. Shout out to Pretty Deadly, they're back. I didn't know they left. Their first appearance since Elton Prince was injured in a match with the Babyfaces a few months back. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits hit the ring after the match and warned the tag champions that it will be him and his teammates that would dominate, not Judgment Day. In terms of a high-profile feud that helps Lashley, Montez Ford, and Angelo Dawkins build momentum as a trio, they are far worse options to ping them with that than the Uber over Judgment Day. B+. Now, the crowd in Boston was so loudly booing Mysterio at one point that they drowned him out. That's true. Cole put over Butch's performance in the NXT Global Heritage Cup, calling his match with Axiom the best in the tournament. Shout out to Butch. Shout out to freaking Pete Dunne. That's what's up. Pretty Deadly made their return to SmackDown. You're right. The bloodline is crumbling, but it's not the Judgment Day. That's not going to be taken over. That's not going to be taken over. It's going to be us. Lashley warned. So they all know that the bloodline itself is breaking. All different. Yeah. And I do like this gang mentality where there's different gangs. And they know that bloodline's the alphas, but they know that they're imploding. So once that drops, there's going to be a power vacuum to see who's going to be the top dogs.
They're injured. They're wounded right now. The bloodline's wounded. Yeah. And they smell blood, and everybody's smelling the blood in the water and trying to take the top spot.
Exactly. We got first comment of the day. Oh, look at that. Who is this person? I hear there's going to be released tomorrow. Release that bitch Zoe.
Wow.
That's that. I think that is that one of your friends, Joe? Because he has the same thought process. But all right.
Johnny Autism Wrestling. Hey.
All right. Shout out to Johnny Autism.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think first off, the Lashley and the Street Profits need a name. That's one.
Hurt Business 2.0.
No. The Hurt Business.
No.
Why can't be the Hurt Business?
No. The Hurt Business, you want them to be unique. You want them to be something that remembers. You don't want them to be a 2.0. No. DX is remembered by the first founding members. Nobody remembers DX 2.0. Nobody cares. And that's a bad example. I understand that. But
you remember the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac.
Exactly. But I remember DX as New Age Outlaws, X-Pac's China. But the founding members are
China, Triple H, and HBK.
Exactly. So that's all you're gonna remember. 2.0, DX 2.0 is when they put in Pac and the New Age Outlaws. That was like, it's just a little more better. But I was gonna say they need a fourth. They need a fourth person.
Yeah,
that is
Bianca
not
Belair.
Bianca. That is not Bianca.
Bianca Belair.
No.
Then who's it gonna be?
Someone not her. Nia Jax.
No.
Why wouldn't you put Bianca in there when you have Rhea Ripley as the champion and you have to have a female fourth? Why would you not want Bianca Belair in there with her husband?
Both of them powerlifters, though.
Exactly, but the thing is, Bianca as a heel is a bratty bitch.
But that's what they're gonna do. They already said they're gonna be making her heel.
But they don't want to be. They're not being like they're talking like they're serious. They're talking like they're mobsters. There's no bratty bitch mobsters in the fucking mafia, Joe. You know that. You either like you're the serious motherfucker or you're the bratty person. Like we gotta whack this motherfucker. He's talking way too much.
They're gonna have Bianca They're gonna have Bianca in a fucking business suit. That bitch gonna be in a pantsuit.
I hope she ain't saying shit but beating people ass. She don't need to be whining. She got muscles. She slams. She can fight dudes. Come on.
I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be Bianca.
Her and Rhea Ripley could go at it like they could fuck up some shit. They both power lifters. They both fast. They both agile.
I've never liked freaking Bianca as a yapper when she was a heel. I just never liked that shit. It was fucking ratchet. Now that I know that Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits are trying to be serious, serious fucking villains, I don't need a fucking ratchet bit in the back. You tell him, husband. Yeah, you tell him, me. No.
So who else? What serious chick? No, Nia Jax. Who? What chick you know that could dominate Rhea Ripley?
Sadly, we can't use any white people because again, the racism in wrestling. So take everyone out.
Who you
have to use an African American female to be a fourth.
Latina, or Samoan, or Asian.
Rachel Rodriguez, she can't. Who is it? Tamina. She can't.
No, I am not putting Tamina. We don't. You better take that name out of your mouth, Dennis. We don't put that name in anywhere. That girl, no. I'm thinking Xia Li, because again, she has that nice little seriousness. Like a paid assassin. It's called like a paid assassin.
Not when you going head to head,
I told you it's gonna be Bianca.
I don't want yappy Bianca, man. Yappy Bianca sucks.
But I'm telling you, that's what they're gonna do.
Face crying Bianca sucks. Like Bianca's a good wrestler and a great gimmick. I grew up around ratchet motherfuckers, so I know a ratchet when I fucking hear a ratchet. I'm like,
maybe they bring Jordan Grace. Maybe somebody find a way to pick up Jordan Grace. Never know.
That's short little. All right, whatever. I guess.
Jordan Grace.
Yeah. What's sad is that if you take away Bianca and maybe Tamina, there's not that many African. Raquel. Raquel.
Yeah, but she's fucking no. Just no. That's just all
Why
no.
Not? Why not?
Bianca is the only one that makes fucking sense. All the others don't make any damn sense.
Yeah.
No sense.
Okay.
As much as I hate to say it, you got a point.
I know.
She's the strongest person. She's the strongest person and the only person that would fit the bill to be on that team, on that squad that has a chance against Rhea Ripley.
Guess I'd rather have you. I think Xia Li as a paid assassin and Bobby Lashley's like, dude, I had to go like somewhere. I had to go deep into places to get this person, like just to get her. Or as a sense of storyline, Raquel finally goes to the dark side and says, "Fuck it, I can't be Rhea Ripley as myself, so I need help."
She better quit doing that goddamn pose. She better quit doing that like them straight her like she got muscles in her back. She better quit that.
I know. All right, moving on. AJ Styles versus AJ Styles versus Jimmy Uso. By the way, Balor and Priest defeated Butch and Holland. Moving on, AJ Styles versus Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso cannot get out of his own way, huh? It was a good match.
Good match.
It's pretty good. While the thread, Styles defeated Uso. Takeaways: Heyman and Solo Sikoa emerged from the backstage area. An interesting development since the former told Uso earlier in the night that his younger brother would not be there. Uso wore his "We the One" shirt, reiterating his desire to rejoin the bloodline, something that he communicated to Heyman earlier in the show. Styles wiped out Sikoa at ringside, threatened Heyman, and sent Uso in the ring post. Moments later, he delivered the phenomenal forearm for the win. After the match, Judgment Day attacked Styles and rolled him into the ring, offering him the Sikoa, who loved the phenomenal one, to close out the show.
What happened to his crew?
Styles?
What happened to OC? What happened to the OC?
We don't.
They're starting that. They're gonna break up.
Yeah, they came back for money purposes, and now they're like, out of here. But speaking of Jay and the bloodline, what are your thoughts on that, Dennis?
It made better sense. Roman Reigns start popping up every week for episodes and everything. It still start making sense, but they train.
Okay, Joe.
Stupid. So fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. What? Like Jimmy Uso. I'm back in. I can't be out, so I'm gonna be in. So I'm in. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. All this build up to get the fuck out the bloodline, and now you want back in? I am done with this fucking story. It needs to go.
Yeah.
It needs to go where Roman Reigns is at and not be on TV.
They could have done a brother versus brother. That Jimmy fights Jay.
They're saving it for WrestleMania.
That's next, motherfuckers. That's next year. I'm not waiting for next year for that.
They're gonna wait until the fucking goddamn Royal Rumble. They're gonna meet each other in the Rumble. They're gonna fucking fight in the Rumble itself, and they're gonna eliminate each other. And then they're gonna fucking keep fighting after they eliminate each other.
Oh.
Building up for WrestleMania.
Okay, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that was AEW. What the fuck we're talking about? WWE SmackDown talk. I'm used to AEW. Now we're going to another segment that I kind of just made up on the fly, but it's good to talk about. And it's called Welcome to Wrestling News, where we talk about just random stuff that happens during the last week or week of. And I know it's called Wrestling News here, but don't worry about that. Now, first topic, Jade Cargill is supposedly getting talks to go to WWE. Now, Joe, 2 questions.
Yes.
Yay or nay? And is she a good potential in WWE?
I'm going to say yes. And because it's because of her look.
Yeah.
Her look, it fits a WWE superstar. Now, with that being said, like we've talked about earlier, I feel like if she would go to Japan for 6 months, do 6 solid months out in Japan and train hard, I feel like that would seriously help her in-ring abilities. And I feel like she needs that before she steps up to the big time. Not saying AEW is small, but I'm just saying WWE is something that's another animal.
Yeah.
She needs to perfect her craft before she goes to that stage.
Bless you. Now, Dennis, yay or nay, and the potential in WWE?
Yay. I think. Well, look how Ronda Rousey, it took her time at the Performance Center. Just need time at the performance center. Work out with like a couple of Flair, Belair. After a while, I think she'd be good.
Here's the crazy thing. I was gonna stop you when you compared Belair to not Belair. Jade to Rousey, because Rousey's an MMA fighter and everything else and stuff like that, and Jade's just either way.
There's your
my
fourth
answer. I know, Joe. I know. No, I know. It's okay. I was gonna say more, but I'm gonna stop. I am gonna say nay, and I'm gonna say there is no potential in WWE because we just brought back Nia Jax, who is the perfect example of what Jade is. Except Nia Jax has been training a lot longer and has not really improved. Jade, thank the gods, she has not injured anybody.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we can take away from that. She has not injured anybody that we know of or they're trying to hide. No.
Yeah.
Nia Jax has injured more people than my hand.
Yeah.
That's
2
1,
hands.
2, 3, 4, 5.
2 hands.
Exactly.
Charlotte, Becky.
Nia Jax
Mhm.
has injured more people than the time that Joe has a sex drive. That's
Wow.
a lot. That's in the hundreds. Daily. Check him out, Joe BNCO in the Smoke Lounge. Now, exactly. Woof. Now, let's move on to this. Can you speak about this more, Dennis? Big Show is now in the news. Can you explain why?
See what he is in the news for. He's in the news allegations for the same allegations Alex Rodriguez had with the drug enhanced performance back in 2004, 2005. So basically, it's catching up all right now. Big Show is not the only one. There's plenty other actors. There's football players, basketball players. They all getting caught up in the scandal. They said it's like 500 some pages. But yeah.
Okay. Now, first off, question for you, Joe. Is Paul White gonna get in trouble from this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's been too long. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna get. He was named in a massive PED scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been reported by Sportskeeda and a few other outlets.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think he's going to.
No.
I don't think he's gonna get. I don't think he's gonna get anything for it. I think it's gonna blow over. He has been training, and he will be wrestling again soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he has lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Now
he looked nice.
Final segment, final news and report. This is from Wrestling Inc. Nick Khan notifies WWE employees that post-Endeavor sale layoffs begin Friday. Now, the question for both you guys, I love numbers. 2-part question. How many people are going to get fired? And who, out of that number, how many of them are going to be like top?
30 guys. 30
God
people.
damn it, Joe. Let me get Joe, you're up. God, I was good.
30. We're gonna go for a nice 30 number.
Okay.
One of them's already gone.
Okay. Out of that 30, how many are famous? Like, you know what I mean? Like B level or C.
Elias is gone. They just announced that Elias was gone.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's gone.
Fuck.
No more Elias.
Damn.
It was announced right before we went live.
Damn.
If they're gonna but they bringing back Nia Jax but getting rid of Elias, what the fuck is wrong with you, WWE?
Yeah. Okay.
You had gold. You had a good wrestler, good on the mic, good in the ring, ran 2 gimmicks simultaneously. What are you doing?
Okay.
Damn. This is the same company that let go of Bray. This is the same company that let go of Bray Wyatt. So let's put that out there.
Okay. Hold up. Dennis, how many? And then out of that many, how special?
I think like level C or D. I think probably like 50 people.
Woo! And ladies and gentlemen, this includes like personnel and production. We have to include all those people as well. Like we don't know their names, but we have to round that out.
I bet you, man.
Hold up, Dennis. Go, Joe.
Who's the guy that was one of the big wigs in WWE? He's gone. He quit when the Endeavor deal finalized.
Well, there you go. Add one. Go on, Dennis.
I bet you it's mainly. It's mainly the majority is WWE employees. It's not a lot of UFC employees. It's a lot more WWE employees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear the bonuses that they got paid when the Endeavor deal was done?
Tony Khan got paid $7 million. Triple H got paid $5 million.
Nick Khan, you mean? And Nick Khan got paid $15 million. Nick Khan got paid $15 million.
Yeah.
Triple H got paid $5 million.
Yeah.
That's it. Damn.
Yeah. Triple H got $5 million when that deal finalized. Nick Khan got $15 million.
Yeah. New guy gets more money and the old guy gets less.
Right.
That's America.
But you got one
been
more.
There 2 years.
Hey,
that's it.
You got one more announcement to make, bro?
You got to talk about Matt Riddle.
Oh, yes, please. Joe, take it away.
Matt Riddle is in the news again. Oh, boy. So he was in JFK Airport in New York City. My hometown. And he apparently said that he was sexually assaulted by a security guard at the TSA.
Supposedly and allegedly, ladies and gentlemen. We'll put that out
supposedly and allegedly. Let's just put it that way. This guy that he is claiming that did this has a spotless record.
Yes.
Never been in trouble, ever. Never has anything gone wrong with this person. He's a spot-on officer.
Yeah.
And Riddle was supposedly intoxicated, and they were escorting him out of the airport because he was under substance and or alcohol.
Yeah.
And that came from multiple reports.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this might be the end of Riddle.
Yeah.
Riddle might be AEW bound after this.
Yeah. Him and RVD go tag team against each other. Him and RVD go be tag team champions.
But they could put him in. They could put him in Impact. I mean, they could always use an extra guy.
Alex, you got something else to say, brother?
All I gotta say is make sure to hit that like and follow, and make sure to hit subscribe to Joe BNCO on YouTube. Check out all the links down below. And remember that Wrestling Talk is about AEW, Dynamite. Oh, by the way, one more wrestling news. Joe, Impact.
Oh yeah, Impact had their show tonight, Impact 1000. And we saw the return of Team 3D for the first time in 7 years. Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray are back together again, and they had a pretty decent match. I watched the end. I kind of caught a glimpse of it because we were doing the show, but I'm going to go back and watch it again. I have it on my DVR. But Devon looked pretty good. We also saw Mickie James come back, Gail Kim, Tracy Brooks.
Wow.
Kazarian was on the show. Alex Shelley is their world champion right now. He's a heel. And we had Kenny King taking on Chris Sabin, I believe.
Damn.
Good match. And then we had Leo Rush, X Division champion, versus I forgot who he faced. It was Leo Rush.
Wait. We'll talk about that next week. We'll have a nice little brief summary of the 1000th episode because it really means something to you. So we'll talk about that. So next week, ladies and
what
gentlemen,
about the rumor?
What's the rumor?
About CM Punk.
That's for next week, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to
a lot
follow,
of rumors.
subscribe, and like. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. And remember, Wrestling Talk is about all 4, 5, 6,000 wrestling shows. Yes, Joe.
Nothing. I'm just going off the shows.
Oh, they do the
You know,
fucking
pointing
fingers thing.
off.
I'm like, what the? And make sure to follow, subscribe, enjoy that madness. We're gonna go out with a bang because that's the way we do it. Kane, we love you. Coming soon. Fingers crossed. I'm not jinxing this. Fingers crossed. Hot Mook Summer. Good night, everybody.
Real quick. Yeah. One man hustling with